Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. How are we doing this morning? How are we doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Good morning, Ashley. Yes, I am wearing the same shirt I was wearing when I was broadcasting last night. Yes, indeed. Good morning. Good morning. Well, thank you for the love. Thank you. Good morning, Nancy. Good morning, Amy. Good morning. Thank you. Hello, Kelly. No judgment. I didn't even sleep in it. I took it off after when I was going to bed last night, and I was looking at it this morning. I'm like, I'm gonna wear that. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. You don't even want to know what card tried to flip out. No, we're not having that one. Good morning, Ellen. Good morning. So I went on live last night. It was so fun. I haven't broadcasted like that in a long time. And I was only able to get one reading in. I talked for a bit, said hello to everyone. Hi, Ellen. And then I did a reading. It was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Dang it. I wasn't even on that late either. I wasn't even on that late. I think I went on around 7:30. Hey, Paul. Good morning, Jack. Good morning. I know. It was good. I'm messing on my cards now. So what's happening? What is happening here? Yeah, it was fun. Well, you can always watch a replay. I left it up. I think I left it up. I should check because a lot of my stuff expires. So I'll make sure I leave it up. But it was nice to be able to connect with people. Good morning. It was nice to be able to connect with people, when they're awake. And not always have to see me on the replay. Whining about the humidity. The humidity is crazy. It's crazy humid. I agree. Oh, I love this card. You just watched it. What'd you think, Tanya? It's fun. I like doing it. I really felt like I was supposed to go live on Periscope yesterday. After I was live in my group. Excuse me. Oh, just a big stretch. I'm so tired this morning. I think it wipes me out. Morning, Nancy. Oh, it was. I know. And it was so interesting. This is the Nine of Hearts. Just a bit about that. It was so interesting because as soon as I really connected to the brother, I was like, I have felt you before. I know, I recognize you. And it's such a weird thing to recognize spirits, because obviously our recognition is not with our eyes and memory from sight, but how they feel to us. So an energetic vibration, really interesting. And I was like, I have connected to you before. I have seen you before, but seeing you here, really interesting. Nine of Hearts is the card. Also interesting that we have a tree again today on the card, like we did yesterday. Look what's highlighted here. For my class, we're in the week of the soul star. And so look where we have the eye, okay? And then the star above the eye. Very interesting. It's also about manifestation. So nines are about fulfillment and manifestation. And that's what's on the card. Harmony, fulfillment, and protection. That protection is in the eye, the awareness of your vision. Cool stuff. I'll be curious to see what happens in meditation today. All right, let's get started. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. I have this thought in my, good morning, Jody, in my mind that I would love to share, but it sounds really catty. And I'm trying to understand where the lesson is for me in seeing it. Good morning, dear. So, in other words, I'm just going to hold that thought in and process it. Maybe I'll learn something in meditation today. Who knows? Who knows? And maybe I'll share it later, and maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just keep that thought to myself. Keep that thought to myself. Okay, let's get into a nice position. Take a nice deep breath in. Let's go ahead and begin. Nice deep breath in all the way down to the belly. And slowly exhale. Deep breath in. And slowly exhale. Last one, deep breath in. And slowly exhale. Go and relax the breath. Allowing that nice, even breath to flow through the body. Not forced, just finding that natural rhythm of breath. Find yourself relaxing your shoulders. Feeling that relaxation move down your arms, all the way to the tips of your fingers. Feeling that breath flow in and out of the body, just like an ocean wave. That tide comes in, breath comes in. Tide goes out, breath goes out. Your thoughts shifting to the side as you're focused on that breath. Everything in your body and your mind just kind of relaxes. There's no rush to be anywhere. Everything you need is right here in that breath. I want you to visualize yourself walking where you're surrounded by the brightest light. The ground that you're walking on even appears to be illuminated. It's a very bright light, but not blinding like the sun. This is a different kind of light. Almost like everything is illuminated from within around you. With a soft glow. It makes everything almost like a golden white. And you're walking. Feel your feet connect to the ground and rise and fall in this natural rhythm of breath and walking. Body's relaxed and comfortable. Everything around you just has this golden light. If you see any trees or plants, everything appears to be illuminated from within. As you look down at your hands, you see that you mirror everything else around you. Your skin is also illuminated. You have this effervescent glow about you. Your body feels light, easy to carry. As you look around you, this glow, it's almost hard to make out or differentiate from one thing to another. Like it's a blur of white. Not knowing where you are walking, we're just walking, feeling that rhythm of our pace, that breath flowing through our bodies, and enjoying being surrounded by this beautiful light. Feeling that illumination from within move through our bodies, move a smile over our face. Enjoying the peace and this breath. In the distance, we begin to see a figure walking towards us. Something different about them. They stand out so strongly within this illuminated place. Their body is not illuminated. They appear to be a dark figure. As they move closer, we see their face is shadowed, a sadness that hangs over them. I just want you to watch your physical response, thoughts that come up in your body, in your mind, and what your reaction is when you see this person. As you pass each other and they continue to walk by. You begin to see another figure. This time a radiant green color seems to be coming from them. skin glows with it. And they begin to walk towards you. The expression on their face is bliss. Or looking off into the distance and into the sky, as if completely unaffected by anything around them. Just want you to observe your thoughts, and the way your body reacts when you see them. As they continue walking past you, unaffected. Everything about you is still illuminated. You're walking in this illuminated place. And you see the next figure walking towards you. The most radiant violet color. Her whole body illuminated by this beautiful purple. Watch how your body's reacting and the thoughts that come forward as you watch them walk past you. As they do, they look into your eyes, as if passing words unspoken from one being to the next. And they continue to pass you. And continue walking. You're watching the illumination slowly fade around you. So everything is returning to its normal color. You're no longer seeing the light inside, but that external shell. And on yourself. You're still walking, feeling your feet rise and fall, that rhythm of breath through the body. There's another individual walking towards you. Do not see them illuminated, but just as you are, beautiful skin, colorful clothing. I want you to look at their face as they begin walking towards you, until they finally stop in front of you. How you examine how your body feels, just watch it. How you're physically responding and the thoughts that come up in your body, in your mind. To reach out and touch palm to palm. Is it feeling the energy flow from your body to theirs, connected in a much deeper way? Even though you may not physically see it, knowing and understanding that it's there. Now they're going to continue on their way, you and yours. Continuing to walk. As you do, you'll see your surroundings become illuminated again. Everything returning to this beautiful soft glow of gold and white. Returning to that rhythm of walking, and that breath moving through the body. Those thoughts moving in your mind, examining your visitors, people that walked past you, thoughts and feelings you've had. And coming back into your light. I'm going to give you a few moments of just walking, breathing. I'll call you back when it's time. I want you to take a nice deep breath in, all the way down to the belly, and slowly exhale. Bring your hands into heart center. Just take a moment for reflection. Gratitude back to yourself. And take a nice deep breath in. Slowly exhale. And when you're ready, come back. What do you teach? I teach meditation. I teach intuitive development. I teach people how to find awareness from within so they can shift and grow and heal. That's what I teach. Good morning, you guys. Welcome back. So I spilled all my cards on the floor. Welcome back. Good morning, Duke. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. Show me the love. Do I teach here? Sometimes what I do here on Periscope is I teach how mediumship works, like I did last night, and I talk about how connection with spirit works and what it looks like and what it feels like. I teach outside of Periscope in other classroom settings, in physical and in online. And thank you. But if you were interested in what I teach and what I do, I have my website linked in my profile, so you can definitely check that out. But the meditation that I do is really about self-awareness. And it's kind of like when we're going through that phase in our life where nothing seems to make sense, and we've kind of gone along this path and we've done all these things that are supposedly supposed to make us happy, and we get to a point and we're like, where in the fuck am I? What's happening in my life? And it can be, it's like you've gone down this other path and it doesn't resonate at all, and you don't know why you're there, and some of the relationships you have don't make sense. I am a medium. And so I started meditating about 9 years ago, and I did it because of grief and because I couldn't turn off all of the voices from spirit that I was hearing and connecting to. And so I needed a place to come to and center and to connect with my guides to find out what in the hell is going on, but mostly to get to that quiet, centered place. But what I found when I went there was that I was really having this deep conversation with whatever you want to call it, the divine, God, the true outside, I don't care, but this deeper conversation with my higher self and the connection to divine, and really understanding who I was and what I was meant to do and how I meant to do that. And it's like, sometimes people will say it, some people see it quoted, sometimes I'll say it here, that meditation is like, they're a lot quieter now because I'm doing my work. But that conversation in meditation isn't you praying, but is God talking. And so, or the divine, whatever label you want to put on it, doesn't matter. The light, whatever you want to put on it. But the voices now are much more subtle because they're not trying to get me to do what it is that I need to do. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I didn't know what that was called for the treat. It's true. I don't care what people believe in. It's getting you to the point of acceptance of what it is that you believe and who you are. That's what this is. This is accepting and truly loving yourself. What is the best thing God said to me? That's a great question. That's a great question. Let me think on that, because it's been many great things. It's been many great things. One of the things that's continuously repeated to me that to anytime I'm in this kind of downward, like, why am I doing this? This is so annoying. Like, I was having that yesterday. I get a reminder, like, this is your work. And so you have to continue to hold space. So when it's like, yeah, but what am I getting? And holding all this space. But it really is some of the things that I, that higher awareness of what it is that your soul's process, your soul's journey is on, and what you're doing. And some of that for me is to give back in service, which a lot of us do. I want to think, there was this time I did a meditation and I was in a tree, and I really didn't understand I didn't understand Christianity, and I didn't understand the connection with Jesus. And so it was like, because I didn't understand it, I saw him a lot. And in that process, I really came to this really beautiful appreciation and understanding for the enlightenment and love that he brings to people. And so I would say one of the greatest things that he ever told me or taught me was about loving me and seeing that I am I am created perfect in the eyes of God, and that everyone is. And so as we're in this tree, the example is, look at the tree and see all of its twisted branches and roots that are coming out of the ground, and broken limbs. And do we think that the tree is not as beautiful as this one over here? And in some respects, we think that tree is more beautiful because it's weathered so much and it stays standing and it continues to grow and stays this most magnificent, beautiful thing. And that's the love that we need to have for ourselves. So that's probably one of the greatest moments I had as him as a teacher coming in and talking to me. And I actually have a drawing of it. I wonder if my journal is close. If it is, towards the end, I'll pull it out and I'll show you that drawing of him and I sitting in the tree. It's pretty cool. Okay. Speaking of tree, this is our card. Purification or fire. This is really about letting go thoughts and ideals, hurts that we carry with us. So is my God Christian? I don't really know what that question means. Is my God Christian? I get a lot of questions about belief, and this is my answer to that. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Because my beliefs are centered to my being and not yours. So if it matters to you what someone else believes in, then that's your issue and not that person's. I could believe that my oak tree outside is God. And what does that matter to you? It doesn't. It doesn't. So I would say to you to examine your own beliefs if it matters to you what others believe. Because their savior, their salvation, their whatever is not your issue. It's none of your concern. It's not your job to save other people. It's your job to save yourself. That's your job. So, purification. Releasing those things that do not serve anymore. Coming into a balanced place within yourself, in a place of wholeness. Now I'm going to look for that picture, since my book happened to be sitting directly next to me. But I have seen all sorts of beings, amazing beings, angels, fairies, spirits of trees, all sorts of things, because they also hold energy, don't they? And so from me. Sorry, I'm scanning through. Oh, this is a neat one. Do you find reading any holy books before finding God? Did I read any holy books before finding God? Well, I will tell you that I was raised... This is one example of what we look like, which is a great follow-up to today's meditation, because as we radiate this energy, this is what it looks like and where it's radiating from. So did I read any holy books? Well, I was raised Christian, so I read the Bible. I've also read a lot of Buddhist text. I don't know, I guess I've read a lot of things. So your ancient religious texts that are channeled from a divine source. Lots of things are channeled. Oh, okay. I'm starting to come into other pictures. So I'm looking here. It's not. That's neat though. So I can show you this too. So I was watching a healing session, and I was drawing the energy around the body as I was watching that healing session, so I can show you what that looks like. It's interesting that we had this meditation today, and then I'm opening this book, and all of the pictures that I'm coming across are showing the energy on the body. There's something that needs to come up about that. Some sort of awareness needs to come up about that. So I'll show you one of them. And another is the larger healing session. And that one's good. Sorry if I'm keeping you guys. Great questions, though, coming from Jason, I think his name is. Okay, 2 practitioners. Here's a practitioner here, sitting, holding hands underneath the head. And you see this energy coming into their body. You see this beautiful 8th chakra, or auric field, moved around the person's body who's being worked on. And then you have another kind of holding space over here. So you see the root chakra coming out. Here's it looks like probably the solar plexus or the sacral and the heart and the crown, which is illuminated here. And this practitioner coming in and holding space. So just another way of the body, the energy in the body. What's interesting here is how I show the illumination. Here's the illumination of the auric field. So just to let you guys have an idea, I do not have my drawing of Christ in that book. Interesting. So I'll have to find that. Saw myself in every image, and the first drawing you showed looked like what I saw. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yes. So, yeah, great questions this morning. The energetic body is an interesting thing. I didn't even talk about the meditation today because we got off on a tangent. But as you're walking, so as you see yourself as this illuminated body, which is what you are, I'll get back to your question in a moment, which is what you are, this illuminated body, and you're seeing these figures come towards you in different energetic states. So we're always transitioning, we're always in the same state, although there's some things that will argue about your auric field. But I wasn't talking about the auric field, I was talking about the energy within the body and the overall color of that energy. So I'm not talking about what's outside the body, I'm talking about what's coming in, what's moving in through the body. So sometimes we have, one of them might be larger or put off more energy than others. Sometimes you'll see someone's really grounded and they have a kind of a red energy to them. These are your thinkers, very tangible things like this is the way it is, and this is the way things work, and this is how I compartmentalize things, and this is who I am, and really strong grounded beliefs. Purple is like a sense of enlightenment or higher knowing or higher awareness. They're teachers. They are someone who's going to teach you something. Green is love. Green is affection and someone who wants to show you what you can be and give you what you want. So that was green. I think we saw green and purple and black. And when we see darkness in others, our reaction is to sometimes move away. I would look at that for yourself. This is where that awareness comes in. So why might you kind of shy away from someone else teaching you? Or is it that you're not ready to learn something? And then the last person, seeing them not as anything. Seeing them as you see yourself, which is just, in your flesh. But feeling them. So the idea was to feel them because you'd experienced what some of those other colors were, and to allow your intuition to tell you what it is that they bring for you, to you, and what that looks like. So it could be very, very powerful. Yeah. So that was that. Examination of self and energy, and seeing yourself as something other than just a physical being, but that light that you bring to the world. And what is it that you're showing up with, and what are others showing up with to help you, and do you resonate? Oh, that's actually really beautiful. And do you resonate with people? And sometimes people will say, well, I just don't like them. I'm sure you don't. What is that? And we are so surface. We don't examine for ourselves why something might not be resonating with another person. Like, what is that? And why is that? And it's not always about you. It's about what it is that you need and what you want for yourself. I just missed your comment. Darn it. I'm sorry. Something about being okay with your gifts, or I totally missed it. I don't know if you want to put that back up again, Corey. Yeah. So when you're doing this meditation, to examine that, and hopefully brings a little bit better or deeper awareness of the people that come in and out of your life, and why you might be attracted to one person versus another. Yeah. So that's all I have for you. You guys have an absolutely amazing day, because maybe I'm not totally confident with my gifts. Is why. Yes. It very could likely be. But there's something really important about recognizing that you don't want someone else to teach you, that you may need to learn things on your own. And so also recognize that just because someone says they're a teacher, they may not be the best teacher for you. And to be okay with that. Say, well, that's okay. It's just like, not every person that wants to learn about meditation is going to be right for me, or me for them. Oh, examine why that is for yourself, because that usually comes down to either worthiness or fear that someone's going to take something from you. Okay? No one can take the essence of you. You are you. You are whole and divine and beautiful, just what you are. And your gifts to someone who's practiced will not be strange or weird, or a good teacher is going to see that you have a unique, everyone has like a unique energetic signature, right? And the way you connect with spirit, the way you connect with your belief system is unique to you. And one thing that I've learned that I will always say and never ever waver on is that we do not all connect the same. We do not interpret spirit the same. Each of us interprets differently, because we are unique beings. The way we connect to spirit may be through feeling, and the way we feel it and where we feel it on our body. And I just missed your comment again, I'm sorry. And then the way that someone else might, I'm mostly clairvoyant, so I mostly see, which helps me a lot when I do guided meditations, because I get shown images and then I speak them. If I had to feel the entire time in order to do this, I would struggle greatly, because I'm a clairvoyant. I see, I have clear sight. That's my strength. That's my strongest gift. And sometimes it's great, and sometimes it's not great. You're welcome, anytime. And Corey, I'm sorry I missed your question. I'll answer your question, and then I have to scoot, because I have to get myself ready and wash this hair. Because we're on day 3, and day 3 starts to look not so pretty unless I put it in a bun. Yes. So to work with strengthening that feeling, and practicing with it with spirit and understanding, you know, I feel this way. I'm watching repeat things. Where am I going? I gotta take kids to school, and I gotta go to work. I gotta go to my other job. This is my meditation hour, and this is when I get to come on and teach and do meditation and talk to you guys. But then I have to go and do other things and also teach my other class. So maybe I don't match with the upcoming potential teacher that I've been speaking with. It's very possible. It's very possible. So if you are used to talking to your guides or not, I did a guide meditation, which I don't think is on replay on Periscope, but it is on my podcast. I do have an audio version of it where you can walk and talk to your guide. Thank you, Amy. You too. Oh, bless you. I know it's been crazy and it's raining again right now. Every time it rains, I go, oh my God, no more rain, please. You're going to kill Amy. Yeah, absolutely. So I think my podcast on Anchor, you can go to Anchor, iTunes, Spotify, the podcast app itself, and look up Breaking Beyond Guided Meditation. It's pouring all over the country. It's crazy. And you'll find one, and it's a recent one. It's a couple. It's only a couple in, and it's a guidance. It's walking with a guide, and so definitely connect with your guides. It's important. Connect with them and ask them those questions and ask them to give you some guidance. You are welcome, absolutely, all the time. I just love you guys. Have a beautiful and blessed Wednesday, and for the sake of Amy, I hope it stops raining. You're welcome.